All right, well, hi everybody to that Fallout show episode, Let's Play a Trash Fire. I am Rick McVick, and with us tonight is Shalene.
Hi, hello.
How are
This
you?
is episode 59.
Is it? 10 away from
Yes,
nice.
Episode 59. So we should probably mention that Vendor is not with us today.
No.
He's doing okay. He's busy fighting COVID. So
Yeah,
everybody send good vibes to Vendor.
the crime fighter he is. So yeah,
How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good. What we're doing tonight is something that everyone hated before. So we decided to do it again. Basically, that's
Because we
how
loved
went.
it. Yeah,
we did.
So yeah, just to give you a little primer, back in the day, we did a show that shall not be named.
Shall not be named.
On this show, we did some Let's Play episodes where Rick played Fallout and I talked about Fallout, and we posted those as audio episodes, and people hated it.
Oh yeah. So we're gonna do it
Big
again.
time. Yeah, but we loved those episodes. Those were some of the favorite episodes that we ever made. I
mean,
loved them.
We did the whole like Dunwich building. So I mean, the whole lore behind that. You know,
They
we
were
did
so fun.
while we
yeah.
went through it. I mean, that was super dope, right? Super dope.
It really was. I loved it.
So we're gonna be in Fallout 4 this evening. And so I have a mod. Going. It's a simple one, but there's no HUD. If you see here.
Okay.
But I have it modified so like the health will come up when it's below a certain bit of health. And other than that, there's no mod, or no HUD. So it feels a bit like Metro in a way.
It looks beautiful.
I don't know
Looks really
my
good.
ammo count or anything like that. And I have to constantly check my map to see if I've been someplace. Where am I supposed to go right now? I have to go
What are
back to
you
Overland.
doing? Okay, so we're in Fallout 4. I don't know if we mentioned that for
I did.
audio
That's why I said we're
folks.
playing Fallout 4.
Okay, cool.
I was doing I was doing like a Minuteman thing. Is all I was up to at the moment. Sorry. Oh, good. The Twitch alerts are working. It turns out when you update stuff, things work. Which person am I supposed to talk to here?
Imagine that.
I know. So.
So with no HUD, you don't even know which one is the quest giver.
Nice to have some good news.
That one,
around here for a
apparently.
change. By the way, to support the Minutemen.
Was this a
Alright.
settlement that needed your help?
Yes, it was. I have to return to Preston Garvey. I think, though, what I'm going to do is head north and just go exploring a little bit. So, do we have anything
Lovely.
prepared officially for this evening?
We do, yeah. Have you not looked at the show notes?
No.
Yes, we have show notes.
I'll pull them up.
You don't have to. It's
Okay,
fine.
then I won't pull them up.
I'll take care of that part. You can play and commentate and enjoy your life. Live your best life, Rick.
Thank folks. We get paid for this. We don't.
It would be
Did I-
cool if we did, though.
That would be cool. Did I
Yeah.
discover this brewery? I did discover this brewery.
So before we get into the podcasty bits, let's just remind everybody to go ahead and share us on your social media, host us on Twitch if you're watching live, and send us emails, like, subscribe, retweet, share the show, help us grow. And today we have some news. We've got an Atomic Shop update for Fallout 76. Most of the news is Fallout 76 related, even though we are here in Fallout 4 today. A tiny smidge of gameplay, and we have a small Fallout IRL. And other than that, we can just see what develops. We don't seem to have anyone in chat right now. Or
Losers.
else, yeah, I don't know where these people are. They already hate us, Rick. They already hate us. And
We jinxed ourselves.
we gave them notice. We told them there's no one here. That's okay. We don't need the people, you know. We
We really honestly. Oh, Stage Link's here.
Oh, yay!
we really only did this for us. Let's just
We
be
really
honest.
did, literally. Yes. If we are being honest with ourselves, we did this because we knew we would enjoy it.
It's true. Oh, I should point out this shotgun that I'm using right now is pretty awesome. Ooh, frag grenades.
Is
Can I
it
get in
a
there?
terrible shotgun?
No, it's not terrible. In fact, it's the opposite. It is. Let me show you in my inventory here. Here it is. A never-ending hardened double-barrel shotgun. It has unlimited ammo capacity.
Is that a mod, or did you just get super lucky?
It's a legendary drop.
Wow.
So I mean,
Imagine that.
like I have what 59 rounds for it, so it's just basically
Wow.
yeah.
What
it's
a beast.
Great. It's great.
That is incredible. That is so good.
I gotta put some recoil dampening on it because it just goes in the air. Anyway,
We're going to start off with some 5-star review shout-outs.
we got some.
Yes, this is a segment of the show we haven't done in quite a while. And we thought it was because we hadn't gotten any, but I think it was because we forgot to check, because some of these are from last fall. And we
What?
missed them. Yes. Some of these reviews were left during the fall, and I double-checked. I went back through the old show notes to make sure we missed these. So we are very sorry we missed these. And we're going to go through them now. We appreciate these reviews so much. So the first one is from Dan Ketch from Canada. And he says, the hosts have good rapport and know what they're talking about, which always makes a good show. I just discovered the show, so time to pour over the past episodes. I feel like I should be wearing my Vault uniform, onesie, Pip-Boy, and Power Armor helmet. No mold while I listen. Thank you for the great show, guys. Remember the moldy Power Armor helmets?
Oh yeah,
Man.
I forgot about that.
That was just like one disaster after another for Bethesda for a while. Our next review comes from Jack Flash 07, who is from Australia. Jack Flash says, I first saw your podcast on the Fallout Lorecast and tried the podcast. It was great. I really enjoyed the length of each episode and enough rambling. This is great. Thank you, Jack. We appreciate that review. And shout out to the Fallout Lorecast.
Yeah, look at that. We know going on there helped.
Indeed. That guy, something about him just reminded me of Nick Valentine. I don't know if it was the hat or what.
It's not Nick Valentine though.
No, it's not. I was
Valentine's still-
shocked to see him walking there because you're still very low level. Rick, why don't you tell us a little bit about your character?
Let's see if this guy's violent. Oh, it's a settler.
Hey. Yeah.
Ooh, he's a ghoul.
Yeah, he's pretty cool looking too. I didn't really make any sort of special. I mean, he's standard beardy military.
Yeah,
fellow.
he looks just like every other character
Yeah, pretty much.
in every game.
You know, guns, lockpicking. I mean, it's everything that you pick typically. I mean, there's not a lot of room for variance in Fallout. You
Yeah.
either do weapons or melee, and I never do melee. But I'm still relatively low level. I am level 13-ish. So I'm just kind of running around and exploring a little bit. Because it's been so long since we've been in the Commonwealth, at least me personally, that,
Same.
you know, it's just nice to kind of go back and check it out.
Yeah, I have been thinking about going back because specifically achievements, because I'm a sucker for achievements. And now they've put Fallout 4 up on Game Pass for PC. So that means there's a fresh new achievement list. So,
Oh.
yes.
Okay.
I'm going to have to do it.
Are you going to go for it?
Oh, of course I am. Also Dishonored 2. Yes.
Because
So.
you have all the time in the world.
And why would I play some of the amazing new games that I have stacked up when I could play games from years ago that I've already played 8 or 9 times?
Right.
Exactly.
We complain
Makes
about
sense, right?
constant remakes. Yeah, we're the ones that do it to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
Can I kill this guy in one shot? Nope.
So to continue with our review shout-outs, we have a few more actually.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. This next one comes from the USA. It's from Doc Raw Do7. And Doc Raw says, love this show, along with GameStack and Dames Who Game. All around good stuff. I enjoyed this show. Share and recommend as much as possible. I've been trying to get my girlfriend into Dames Who Game podcast. It will be done. Lol. Thank you all for your show. Thank you, Doc, for listening and for recommending our shows. Word of mouth is probably the strongest driver for new podcast listeners, so we really appreciate that. And the next one is also from the US. The rest of these are from the US. This one comes from Owning Your Okayness, which I really like that name, Owning Your Okayness. I felt like that was just really appropriate for our show and our community. Owning Your Okayness says, that Fallout show is my favorite Fallout podcast. The host's discussion about Fallout 76 is fantastic and kept me enthused on the game even before playing it myself. Keep up the great work. I can't wait for the next episode. You did have to wait though, so we're sorry about that. It's been a minute.
It has been. But we're here now. That's all that matters.
Indeed.
I think. Maybe?
Probably.
Sure.
Probably. The next one comes from Lightning Strike 7. Lightning Strike says, been listening since the show began on Spotify. I love it when the podcast goes off the rails, and I hope you are still motivated to continue sitting down and talking about Fallout and more. What happened to Rickless and Reckless? What happened to Rickless and Reckless is Rick is here more often.
Great. I feel really loved.
Yes.
I feel like super duper loved.
Yes. So I think we all know who Lightning Strike's favorite host is not.
It's definitely not you.
But you're my favorite host, Rick. So,
I don't know what
yes.
perk to pick.
It is weird to see the perk chart instead of the perk cards. I've gotten so used to 76.
I know. It's definitely different. It's so hard
Pick
to
the
pick
Mysterious Stranger. I like Mysterious
these.
Stranger.
It's so useless.
You don't like it? You don't have to.
I always like bloody
You can
mess.
do what you want. I was just trying to help because you were frozen by indecision.
I am frozen. I'm gonna go with the damage. Whenever you can't
Okay.
choose, go with damage.
Rifleman is a good solid perk. It is a good solid perk.
Yeah, I'm trying to do a sneaky adventure.
Well, somebody wants to splatter your
Yeah.
brains.
I want to do like a sneakier build, but I don't know how well that's gonna work.
You used to always run sneaky snipers. This is such a throwback episode in so many ways.
Getting shot at. Oh, dang it, wrong button. But yeah, so it's, it's fun to go back and play a game that's smooth. I forgot how smooth it was. It's one of those things that you're playing 76 and you kind of get used to the clunkiness of it.
Yes.
And then you go back and you play Fallout 4 and you're like, oh, they had a smooth one at one point. Because it's so different. It's incredibly different. We like to think that 76 is like a reskin. Jeez, it's really not. It really isn't. So.
Yeah, the differences are more apparent when you go back.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, it took me a while to get used to the game again after playing 76 for so long. And I was like, oh, it's not that different. I'll hop back in and just pick. No, it's way different. The mechanics are different. Apparently, I can't get up out of here. Ugh.
No marsupial. That's
No,
why.
no.
No
I can put in-
marsupial in Fallout 4. No speed demon. Oh.
I can put in God mode, or I can turn clipping off and then do marsupial basically.
That's no fun.
No, it's not.
That's just cheating, basically.
Oh, absolutely. But you know something I just realized? I forgot that. What's your super mutant companion's name that you can get?
Strong.
Yeah. So you can find armor for strong,
Yeah.
and I realized I never used it with strong. Like I never,
Really?
yeah, like I never used strong, because I was always, excuse me, I was always sneaky snipey. So
Ah, yes. So strong is not an ideal companion
he's
for
the
a
opposite
sneaky
of,
snipey
yeah, he's
build.
the opposite of it.
Yes. By the way, Staged Link in chat has said we love you all equally. So that's settled then.
Yeah, but that's, that's not. Lightning's the
Well,
guy I
they
care about
say
now.
lightning never strikes twice. So
What did he leave to? Did he leave to reviews?
no, because lightning never strikes twice.
Oh,
Rick.
sorry. I thought
Lightning never strikes
misunderstood
twice.
you.
Yeah, did I say it always strikes twice?
I thought you did.
That's
it could
incorrect.
be me. I was in the middle of, to be honest, I was in the middle of accepting a sale of something I was selling. So
Oh, cool.
I was
okay.
only half paying attention because I was excited to make
Look
money.
at you multitasking.
No.
Your character was still moving and everything. We would have never known. Wow, I'm impressed. Carrying on a conversation, playing a game, running an online business. I'm so impressed.
Pretty much.
So
I like
impressed.
the last time we did this stuff. People were like, "He never pays attention." Now it's like, "Look at me now, bish." Having conversations, streaming,
Oh,
playing.
people were so mad at
Oh,
these
so
episodes. They
fun.
were so salty.
Made us do it
But we
more.
loved them so much.
I know, and it made us
These,
do it
the
more.
thing with these is that they're so chill. And I understand how that could be frustrating as a listener because we ramble. We just totally abandon the show notes sometimes and talk about Rick's online salesmanship. Look at the textures
God.
on that bobby pin, man. That is so pretty.
Oh yeah.
That is some good audio podcast content right there.
Look at them
yeah.
textures. Oh, you remember this? The leaning. It's just.
Yes! Oh, the leaning!
I know. I miss it.
76 needs that.
Yeah, I missed.
The
I missed the
leaning.
leaning. The cover system, as wonky as it is.
Mhm.
But anyway,
Indeed.
do we have any more 5-star shouty outsies?
We don't. That was all of our 5-star reviews. Thank you, everybody. If you also would like to leave a 5-star review on iTunes, then we will shout you out at the beginning of a show. We do have some new Discordians, though, specifically one new Discordian, and that is Jack Flash 07, who was one of our 5-star reviewers today as well. So, welcome to the community, Jack Flash. We are very pleased to have you.
Mm-hmm. We always like it when people join.
We do. How do you join the Discord, Rick? If I was just tuning in and I
you were
wanted to join the Discord like Jack did,
Well, if you were
how would I
just
do that?
if you're just tuning in and you want to join the Discord like Jack did, all you've got to do is go to the link below the stream that you're watching right now, and click it, and you will be taken to the wonderfulest, most beautifulest Discord, along with the most beautifulest Discord bot known to existence. And that's how you join our Discord. Or you could message either me, Shalene, or Vendertron on Twitters, or you could send us a DM on Facebook, our Facebook group, or you could send us an email. There's plenty of ways to find yourself in our lovely little Discord.
Lovely.
Did I cover all the bases?
I think you did, yeah. Staged Link says that the rambling is what elevates this show above other shows. So that's great. I mean, good to know.
I mean, I don't know if I agree so much. But sure.
That does bring us into our next segment, which is the news. Do-do-do.
If you like this, you're gonna like this next segment. What happened in the world of Fallout? Yes, Shalene.
Not an awful lot, actually, but I do have a few things to chat about. The first one is something that I am somewhat interested in. Are you familiar with Modifius?
No.
Modifius is a tabletop role-playing game company.
Ah.
And they made all kinds of tabletop RPGs. The kind with boards and the kind without boards. I don't know a ton about tabletop gaming, but it's something that fascinates me and that I would like to know more about. I've always been like the sole nerd in my area, so
You'd be like that.
there was no tabletop.
You'd be like that
happenings.
dude from the Pixar animation. Do you remember that from the Bug's Life, like the first like Pixar short? And it's like the old guy playing against himself.
Yes,
You'd
that
get
was
up,
me.
run around.
Yes.
Yeah. I am overencumbered.
So, Modifius, they made a tabletop Fallout game some years ago that included a bunch of figurines, and you could paint the figurines, and it was that kind of game. Well, now they've developed a 2D20 based tabletop role playing game. So that is the like D&D style role playing game, and it is Fallout based, of course. You can create your own survivors, super mutants, ghouls, robots, and you have a rule book that you can order that has a special edition Gek box, and that's limited to 2,000 copies. It's a really cool box, actually. And you get the core rule book, the GM toolkit, dice, and Nuka-Cola caps. And there's also a starter set that includes some pre-made characters, quick start rules, a set of dice, and a quest line designed by Modifius. This is expected to launch in summer of 2021. And I think we should try it, like, online.
A quest line in a board game? Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Yeah, it's not a board game. It's like a tabletop RPG. It's
I
not
see.
a board game.
I see.
They've made a board game in the past, but this
Oh,
one
I see what you're
is more D&D style.
Okay.
And I think that sounds like tons of fun.
Yeah.
And I think we should find somebody to be the dungeon master for us. And I think we should stream this, and
Yeah.
it would be a good time.
That'd be a lot of fun.
Maybe I will email Modifius and see if they might be interested in
Yeah.
setting us up with some early access or something.
Ooh.
But
I would
yeah.
enjoy some EA. I've tried a few different boardy games. And it ended up just sort of being more problematic. Like, it was super hard to learn. The learning curve was like XCOM, I think, was one of them that I tried, and it just didn't go
Right.
over well at all. I'm gonna die here.
Well, we could do it pretty relaxed. So we don't have to be slaves to the rules, you know. We make our own rules.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's the wild wasteland, Rick. We do what we want.
Well, I mean, if you want to go that route, then yeah, I'm all for it.
That is a very scary glowing one, man.
Yeah. I was trying to have a conversation about this board game
Just calmly chatting away.
and getting attacked by ghouls and mole rats. It's like, it's fine.
So just to catch up on chat briefly, Fropuff Maximus says that they used to listen to us on the podcast, and he was stoked to find us again, and he's listening to the audio while he drives home from work.
Good.
Thanks for joining us, Fropuff. We are very glad to have you. And Moxie would love to watch us do a tabletop Fallout session. So she wants to play too, but would need a group for it. So. If she can't find local people, maybe the Discord would be interested in setting up some socially distanced
Maybe we could.
tabletop happenings. We could do it with the community. Oh, this could be fun. This could be fun times.
It could be a
And
wonderful time.
StageLink agrees that this is an awesome idea.
Do you remember this? This was the end. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead. Interrupt away.
This was the end. Remember when we did like dual survival runs?
Yes.
And I was like, oh, I'm standing far
Yes.
enough away. Boom.
That was amazing. That stream was so long ago.
I know, and it only lasted, what was it, like a half an hour or something?
Yes, it was pathetic. It was pathetic. We were doing dueling survival mode.
You died before me though.
Yes, I died like very fast. I think I died in Concord.
Alright, I'm test firing it. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna watch it. Wonder how far back I gotta be.
How do you tell about your health?
There it goes. Beautiful.
That was a great explosion.
There's a certain level that when it... Jeez.
You only thought you were safe.
That's what I get for walking up to something that just recently exploded. At a certain point, when my health reaches a certain point, it'll show up.
Oh, okay.
I think it's like if I've got like 30% health left, it'll show.
So when you've hit the danger zone,
Yeah.
it gives you a little warning.
Yep.
That's cool.
Yeah, this mod's really nice.
It looks beautiful. The game looks great.
Well, the thing is when I when I started the game up, the HUD is really screen. Like it takes up so much of your screen.
It does. Is that Beantown Brewery?
No, this is where you fight Kellogg.
Oh.
Spoiler alert.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm just wandering around.
I mean, I could definitely wreck a bowl of cornflakes right about now.
I think over
if
there's
we're speaking of fighting Kellogg.
I think over there's the flooded town. I think, with the rooftop.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk down that way. Though.
Yes.
I'm gonna check this place out. There's usually some power armor over here.
Lovely. While you go to look for this lovely power armor, I am going to roll on into our next story, which is Fallout 76 related. The rest of the news is pretty much Fallout 76 related. This is it's last week's Inside the Vault article that we're looking at. So there was an Ask Me Anything on the Fallout 76 subreddit. With Jeff Gardner and Mark Tucker, who is the design director. Jeff Gardner, of course, is the project lead for Fallout 76. And they summarized some of the most popular questions in this episode of Inside the Vault. The question, can you give us any sort of information about expeditions? Probably not a release date, but where they might take place or how they might function.
Expeditions?
And expeditions, yes. Expeditions are coming up. They are something that we think may take us out of the Fallout 76 map, remember?
Yeah, that's right. You know, I would get into that.
Yes, I would love it. We it's time for new content.
I know.
We want new things to do.
Yeah.
But Mark Tucker says in response to this, yes, we still have big plans for expeditions. We are as bummed as you about them slipping out of this year's roadmap. We are still iterating on the design for expeditions, so we will share more details as we get closer to releasing them. The big takeaway here is, yes, these will take you outside the current map. They are their own new feature, and we are committed and very excited to make them.
I get a little nervous when there's like, we are committed, and they... And it's like, don't look at... You Faulty Towers, right?
Yes, I remember Faulty Towers.
You remember that episode where, like, the Germans are coming? They're like, don't mention the wall. I feel like when they're like, yeah, we are committed, don't mention nuclear winter.
That's absolutely it, man. They
Don't take it.
poor nuclear winter. Poor nuclear winter.
Loves me.
I believe it was mentioned in the AMA that they are not working on nuclear winter right now.
Hello, sir.
So,
Damn it.
R.I.P.
I just-
nuclear winter.
I want the gay. I like nuclear winter. I really do.
I do too. It's so fun. I would still be playing it if I had people to play it with. Moxie suggests that they should do a trip to Ohio since Fallout 76 is so close map-wise.
I have a feeling she's biased.
Probably, yes. Quite
Why don't they come to
probably.
Pennsylvania?
Well, I mean, Rick, you already got to choose the next Fallout location when you said West Virginia. So
I'll bet you anything that DC is going to be an expedition.
I would think so, yeah.
Because remember how they redid GNR? Or there was that like leak or something about GNR being redone or something?
Well, they did it it was done as a Creation Club piece.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's probably gonna be location. Since some of the Wastelanders are from Pittsburgh, I wouldn't be surprised.
Pit, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised if we head up to the pit.
That would be cool. That would be really cool.
So.
And it's obvious that the Commonwealth would be an obvious location because they have all these assets laying around.
Yeah, laying around.
Well, I mean. The next question was, does the update to private servers in the fall mean mod support? And Jeff Gardner answered, we will have a lot more to talk about with this update in the near future, as this will be a huge added benefit to our Fallout First members. To give a hint, think server settings. And this is just the beginning. We plan on continuing to build on this feature far into the future.
What do you think about that?
I think it could mean a lot of things. I think it means we're not getting mod support. Plainly, no mod support is what that means. Not yet.
But the server settings, though.
I think it could mean that you could set up PvE versus PvP servers.
Yeah, for like those RP fellows.
Yes. And I also think that it could mean that you could adjust possibly enemy difficulty, or enemy spawn rates, something like that. I feel like I'm trying to think of things that are affected by server settings in other video games. I don't play a ton of games that have servers.
You're kind of right there. I mean, I think that's probably the majority of the settings.
Yes, but I think it's probably things like that. I wonder if updates to private servers means that there will be the ability to have more than 8 people in your private world. I think that would be likely.
Well, with server settings, if they're gonna, that would be really beneficial, especially to RP groups.
I can
Where they can set up.
that Wolfgang is rotten in hell. Thank you.
I gotta figure out what the
Do
trade
you need
menu is.
anything?
There it is.
I'll take a look. Sure.
A little bit of everything.
Because that's the problem with the PvE in the main servers, is there isn't really any. And I know that's been a problem for some of the people that really want to play in that regard.
I do hope that they eventually consider persistent building
Yes.
in our servers. That's something that we wanted and kind of expected when we were getting private worlds.
Yep.
And that's not what they delivered.
No.
So
It would be nice.
I would
if we
really
had
like to be able to visit your house when you're not online.
that. Yeah, that would be so fun.
It really would.
Yeah. Barter, barter, barter. Okay.
The next question, are new allies being worked on? And Jeff Gardner responds, we are working on new allies. No set ETA yet, but they are coming. And I'm sure that new allies will come with new storylines. Possibly we'll get more with the second half of Steel Dawn. Or we may just get some light allies like we did in the chef and the doctor that we got with season 2, I believe, or was it season 3?
Season 3. No, don't quote me. I don't know. It's something.
Whichever season gave us those light
The Dirty
companions.
Doctor.
The Dirty Doctor. The Doctor was not so dirty. The chef was the
right.
filthy
chef
one.
was-
Yeah.
chef was
The
filthy.
Doctor was a little dirty, but the
He's
chef was
dirty.
disgusting. She was filthy. And I was like, we live on a lake, lady. Wash your hands.
Just go ahead and bloop in there.
Yes. Just wash your hands. Swish them around in the water
Yes. Oh, that's what I
before
wanted
you
to do.
cook my food. That's all I ask.
Absolutely.
The next question, does legendary crafting on the roadmap mean the module system will apply to all weapons and armors now? And Mark Tucker replied, Legendary crafting will share some similarities to the current module system and will open it up to all weapons and armor, including power armor. We will be introducing new types of components that feed into the recipes. You will be able to roll 1, 2, or 3-star items on the item type you have selected. You can even re-roll a legendary item.
That's cool.
Yes, that is very cool. I am just gonna be all bare fists all the time. It's gonna be amazing.
Well, this way you can like roll your stuff without wasting so many resources. I mean, that was a problem with the end game grind, is you have to like, because their restrictions on material limits and stuff were so high or low rather. It got to be annoying to roll for something you needed. So this is good.
But having more options on what to craft in terms of legendary crafting, that's really going to open up a lot of possibilities and make it more fun to participate in.
Yeah.
Question, will Mischief Night be fixed for this year? Me and a lot of other players really want to enjoy this event. Jeff Gardner replied, the team is rethinking how we're approaching Halloween events as we know how exciting they are to fans and in service to the Fallout lore. Unfortunately, Mischief Night caused many server issues and we're looking to replace it with a new event, which we are aiming to have out this Halloween.
Oh, well, that's good at least.
It is good that we're gonna get something. They're looking at doing something new, but I'm heartbroken about Mischief Night, Rick. I loved Mischief Night. I loved it.
Hey, at least you got to play it.
It was my favorite event. I loved Mischief Night. I'm brokenhearted.
I know.
So, Fropuff in chat says, 76 is something I need to get back into. The only character I've started is like level 18. Should I just restart to get all in? And I would say yes.
Yeah.
I would say restart because, especially if it's been a while since you played.
It's been a while.
Stop! Stop, Rick.
Hold my head up, baby.
Oh goodness, you have stained this podcast with your.
Nice. Zing.
I try. But yes, if it's been a while since you've played 76 and you're looking to get back into it, there is so much new content that it is absolutely worth starting a new character. And definitely roll through those first introductory quests and check it out that way. Highly recommend.
Yeah, and plus the game is because of the Wastelanders and one Wasteland thing. It changes the way that you play. You feel more powerful at the beginning, which is nice. You don't feel super weak, and I kind of like that.
And especially if you are playing with somebody who has not taken a break, and is a higher level character, you can actually feel like you're
contributing.
Like you're contributing, and not being backpacked through the levels.
Honestly, in some instances, you're more powerful than someone who's like level 100 or something.
Yes. I was playing with Archon shortly after One Wasteland released, and I was using my Quesadilla character, who was below level 20 at the time. And Archon was using his main, which was in the neighborhood of level 400 somewhere. And I was doing more damage than he was. It was ridiculous. Sullivan Sevens Racin has joined us in chat. Welcome.
Hi, buddy.
So moving on to our next question, any plans for Vault 63? And Mark Tucker says, we are debuting Vault 96 in our next Daily Ops expansion in Update 26. In addition, we will be featuring that location as part of the Steel Rain update in Update 28. While we are on the topic of Vault 63, we are also planning to add Vault 63 into the Daily Ops rotation further down the road. So that is promising. They have planned to support daily ops going forward. That's a good thing.
Well, yeah. I mean, it hasn't been updated ever.
It did have one major update.
Oh, did it?
Yeah, it did.
Oh. Hold me wrong.
So I am looking forward to that. The daily ops grind it's so hard to get the new stuff. It's so hard to get the new stuff. I just have 900 copies of the Burroughs signs and 84,000 Vault 94 stash boxes. So if I have to keep plucking away at this, at least I can see some new locations soon.
Did they ever fix the vendor issue, like with people stealing your stuff basically out of your vending machines?
I have no idea.
It would be really kind if they did.
Yes, I have no idea if that's fixed or not. So if you know out there in listener land, pass it on. Is it safe to use a vendor in Fallout 76, or
Archon
can
would
people
know.
access your stuff? Archon may not know. He's been busy doing life, and has not been as tuned in to Fallout.
No
So
excuse.
that was my source for Fallout knowledge. So it's terrible. The next question. Hello. Can you share any insight into how the upcoming pets are going to work? Yes. And Mark Tucker says, we have some fun things in the works for pets. Over time, we want to provide a wide variety of different types of pets that you can customize and have both in your camps and shelters. Initially, we will offer up different dogs, expand to cats, and then go from there. Suggestions for other pet types are welcome. Okay, but then turn.
Yes.
Get your pin. Get your pin. Are you ready? Are you ready for the suggestion? Liberator bots.
Yes.
I want my own Liberator bot. I know you can do this. You've done it already. Give me a pet Liberator bot. I am slightly disappointed that the camps and shelters are the only locations where you can have your pets, that they won't just follow you around.
Yeah.
It would be fine with me if they were non-combatants, if they just were completely aesthetic, but I would like my Liberator bot to follow me around throughout Appalachia.
Great. Moxie's like, Rick's not allowed to visit my camp because it will have kitties.
I mean, can you blame her? You have priors, Rick.
No, Alto Flu has priors. All of my other characters have been fine and decent folk.
Oh my goodness gracious. This show is such a throwback in so many ways. Talking about Alto Flu, killing cats.
It's a fun one. That was in this game too.
It was.
Wait, wasn't the kitty named Moxie?
Maisie. The kitty was named Maisie. Crazy for Maisie, remember?
That's right.
Captain Dumox started a whole hashtag.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. Crazy for Maisie.
Good times.
The next question. On release, Fallout 76 had more of a PvP focus and was even marketed with other players being scary or a potential threat. Now, of course, we've seen the game evolve into having the kindest community in gaming, but are there any parts of that past PvP Fallout 76 that you miss at all? Or even any interesting development plans around that style of game that never ended up seeing the light of day? Jeff Gardner replies, great question. I believe the upcoming update to Worlds in Q3 will give players the functionality you're asking for, as it will allow players to add in some PvP elements along with hardcore survival elements to their private worlds as well.
That's what, yeah. So that makes sense.
Yeah, that kind of confirms our theories there.
Yeah.
Hello to Mr. Nailhead in chat. Welcome. We're
Mr.
glad
Nailhead.
that you found the new show here.
Oh, I like how everyone's like the old unnamed show.
Yes. It's a whole thing now, not to name the show. Yeah. In the beginning, we just didn't want to get sued.
Dude,
Yeah.
I still don't think that would have ever happened.
I think it might have happened. But that's a story for another day.
Probably never be told.
Yes, hopefully never be told. I'm ready to let that die. Hi, Archon. Archon has joined us in chat.
Ah.
How you doing, buddy? Do you happen to know, we were looking for you earlier, Archon, and you weren't there, so thanks for disappointing us. But we were wondering if you knew if they've fixed that whole situation with people being able to steal from your stash box if you use a vendor. So let us know. And Mr. Nailhead says that he and his wife have been digging the Alex playthrough. So that's
Oh.
lovely. I've been digging that too. I'm looking forward to the next chapter.
If I can figure out what the issue is in my VR system.
Oh, you're having problems with it?
Yeah, it's. I think my room is just slightly too small, and why did that guy die? And it loses boundary constantly, and so
I
it's
see.
it's a terrible
So
shot.
that's why your hands were doing that weird thing at the end of the last episode?
No. What happens is, hold on, I gotta sneeze. All right, had to sneeze.
Ooh, now we've got sniffles. This is the best throwback episode.
What? Sniffles? Oh, shut up. Jerk. Bum, 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 cocaine. So no, what's
Oh.
happening is what?
I'm sorry. Carry on, and then I'll talk.
Okay, I'll carry on. Oh, that was a terrible shot. So what's going on is the boundary's too small and I lose it, and that forces the screen to snap to the viewer. So I can't like move
Oh.
around. Like if I crouch, the screen follows. Like it turns into sit down mode,
I see.
which
I see.
isn't the worst case scenario, but
It's not the best case scenario
No.
either. Look at that glorious bloody mess explosion.
sploosh. All right, you said
Gorgeous.
you were
Okay, so Archon had already answered our question, and I just didn't read it.
Oh.
Archon says, the cat was Maisie, vending machines are still broken, and I'll try harder, Rick.
Oh,
So he had already answered our questions. I
We were
just
just
didn't pay
ignoring
attention to him. Yeah.
as we do.
And TuckTuck999 has joined the chat. Hello, TuckTuck.
Nice.
So our next question from the AMA is, Tales from the Stars shows invaders from beyond and a UFO in the sky. Does this imply a return of any alien enemies, such as the Zedans or the large-headed aliens shown in Fallout 1, or even an entirely new race of aliens? And Mark Tucker responds, we've been talking internally about doing something fun with the Zedans since before we launched the game, so we are excited to finally have the chance to do something with them. We are working on a new feature we call Public Challenges that will be similar to seasonal events, but will be global to the world and encourage players to work together to succeed. We will showcase the Zetans in our first one and plan to add more in the future. That sounds to me a little bit like when they were doing those events where you had to kill a certain number of Scorched or that kind of thing.
Could be.
Yeah. That sounds like a fun time.
I wonder if we're ever gonna have any sort of like resolve on those guide stones.
I'm thinking no.
No, they're just in there for giggles. Like a. Do you even think it means anything, or is it just gibberish?
I don't know, Rick. I don't know. I feel like some of the things that people have found, some of the connections that people have made, seem to make too much sense for it to be random.
Because the writing. Because the lettering is those are letters. Like the characters are the same. It's not just random like scribbles.
Yeah.
So, I wonder if it's a puzzle.
Some of the theories make too much sense for it to be totally random.
Yeah.
But I don't know if that's something they ever plan to revisit, or if it's even something they meant to really visit, or if it's just a bit of cut content, or
Don't say cut content.
Who
It makes me
knows?
sad.
who knows. We've also been joined in chat by Makeshift Hero. Welcome.
Ah.
He's working on Nuka World in his PS4 playthrough
Oh,
and New
nice.
Vegas on the PC. Nuka World's fun.
I never gave
Fun
Nuka
times.
World too much of a go through, just because I killed everybody with Paladin Dance.
You really do need to go through and join one of the raider crews and give it a playthrough. It's lovely.
I will.
Next question. Can you please add ceiling wallpapers, vertical half walls, and some additional roof pieces, like pointed ones, to camps? And Mark Tucker responds, yes, this is on our radar, but is further out. This also includes more half-floor variants and half-horizontal wall variants. Next
Nice.
question. Can we please get shelter styles that aren't vault themed? They would allow for greater mini world building opportunities. And Mark Tucker says, yes, we are planning to add new shelter themes moving forward. Look for the next new theme in Update 28.
Nice.
I'd like a nice Eldritch, Lovecraftian horror of a cave. That would be fun times.
Yeah, that's another thing that I'm not sure if we're ever going to get resolve on is the that monstrosity in the
Yes.
that
Yes.
one. What is it? What's that cave called? I can't remember.
It has a
This isn't-
funny name.
it's
It has a
L.
name that makes the 12-year-old in us giggle.
Love.
The Lucky Hole Mine.
That's right. I knew it started with an L.
Yes.
We
The
still
Lucky Hole
giggle.
Mine. Yeah. I mean, you have to, right?
I know. We're children.
Next question. Is there any chance to have new mods for weapons in the future? Savage Assaultron Head, for example, or many of the melee weapons don't have any. Thanks and keep up the good work. Mark Tucker says, yes, as part of the Legendary Crafting update, we are planning to add new mods and make balancing improvements to some of the weaker, less used mods. Also, expect even more new mods with the release of 4-star legendaries in
Nice.
Update 32.
Very cool. Well, they're putting a lot of effort into this.
Yeah, they've planned a lot of quality of life things, and that's good. But I really, quality of life things are not what I want the most. I want more stories and more locations and more characters.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
But
Question. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
no, I was just gonna agree with you that quality of life,
Yeah.
content is what we want.
Can we expect? No, wrong question. Is there a particular reason we've had so very few new character customization options released on the Atomic Shop so far, such as hairstyles, tattoos, beards, etc.? And Jeff Gardner responds, honestly, yes. They have a largely negative effect on in-game performance, and they're hard to make. That said, I'd still like to add more in the future if we can solve the technical problems related to them.
Weird.
I find that really interesting that that's something that's a big challenge and affects game performance.
Yeah.
When for like all Bethesda games, the first mods you get and the most used mods are always hairstyles and character customizations.
Yeah, that's weird.
Yeah.
It's so
That-
strange.
That's really interesting to me. I'd love to sit down and pick his brain, but I'm sure he'll never talk to us. Question. Can we expect a much-needed expansion to 76's social features in the future, i.e. guilds, clans, text chat, mail system, etc.? I would love a mail system. That would be so fun. Jeff Gardner answers, social features are critical to the future of Fallout 76. It's still too early to discuss details, but yes, we're going to add new functionality in the future. Text chat would be really good too, because when I'm playing solo, I don't like to deal with plugging in a microphone and
Yep. I've said that from the beginning. It really needs a text. A text chat.
especially on PC. The next one, what is the goal with Seasons Unlimited ranks? How is that planned to work? And Jeff Gardner responds, it's a non-randomized repeating track of things like lunchboxes, script, gold bullion, etc. So, after you've finished the scoreboard for future seasons, we will be able to continue to earn rewards.
Ah.
It won't feel like a waste of points there.
I still say that the score needs to be swapped out for standard XP. I'm still convinced that that would make it so much better.
It makes sense. It makes sense.
It would feel less like homework and, a grind. With still being grindy, it would just feel less like...
It absolutely does feel like homework.
Yeah. Well, it's just my issue with it is You spend so much time doing the score stuff that, if you have limited time to play the game, you can't do some of the other things that would not contribute to the score, and you miss out on some stuff.
Right. Totally understand. The next question, can you share what events in-game you dislike the most, and why? My personal favorite is Radiation Rumble, for the sheer chaos and fun. Mark Tucker responds, hey, I like your taste. I agree, Radiation Rumble is one of my favorites as well. As far as ones I dislike, I think all of our events are fun, but they may not provide the right incentive for participation. So in Update 32, we are going to take on a balancing pass, mostly focused on rewards, to try to get better participation in some of the less popular events. Rick, what is your favorite and least favorite event?
Not a big fan of the mole miner thing where the drill comes up out of the ground.
Right. The
I can't think of what it's called.
the mother lode drill
that one.
thing.
I'm not a big fan of that one. Man, I gotta think. I don't know what. I don't know.
My favorite one is making soup at Mama Dolce's.
Really?
I love making soup. I'm still bitterly disappointed that you no longer get to make soup for the entire server. And if you're listening, but then turn, I would really, really like to have an option to make soup for the entire server. I would rather make like one soup for everyone on the server than 5 soups for myself. I would like to give the gift of soup. Please let me do this.
I really enjoy.
Well, yeah, I knew you were gonna do that. I knew it.
Not right now.
For the audio folks, Rick took an elevator up to the top of an embankment here. What's it called? Like a
Overpass?
An overpass. He took an elevator up to the top of an overpass, and there was an assaultron up there, and he just turned around and hit the button to go back down.
Yeah, I'm not dealing with that mess.
That was so good.
I think my favorite one would have to be where you're defending the Brotherhood of Steel Asylum.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. I can't remember what it's
I
called.
know. It's been so long since I played 76. But those would probably be my favorite.
Yeah,
Please.
the one that was not your
So
favorite,
thirsty.
Archon has provided
Spare any
the name
water?
for Breach and Clear.
Of course.
So,
There you go.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
I cannot remember what the name is for the other one.
I'm sure Archie will tell us. Look how pretty this looks. Look at that. The city skyline and the
Dead trees,
just like like
ruined overpass. Lovely.
So I'm actually gonna head into the city at this point.
Okay.
But
Agent DB Cooper in chat says, Rick, oh, what's this button do? Also Rick, nope.
Oh, I know what the button did. I wanted to go up there. I just didn't expect there to be an assaultron
It's really funny.
because I'm not gonna deal with that.
It tickled me. That was funny. Okay, our next question. I was wondering what are the chances of allowing allies in shelters? I remember reading it was difficult to implement, but since displays and vendors are being added, is this something that might be added in the future too? Jeff Gardner replied, we are adding display cases in shelters with our next patch and our new mannequins. However, allies are very tricky, so they're on the back burner for now. Rick, I can't even tell you how excited I am to get mannequins. I can start construction on the updated Museum of Shalene. It's going to be amazing. It's going to be so good. I can't wait. Can't wait. Great shot, by the way.
Thank you.
That was a really good shot.
The dog was a little bit of luck there.
Yeah, that dog had it coming. He was not a good boy.
I'm gonna head up there and see if I can't clear out. That little
The
bandit.
next question, are you planning any quality of life upgrades around legendary enemies and making their drops easier to recover, i.e. marking them on your compass, like you already do the player's death drop back, or making the corpse/meat pile have a persistent legendary glow after death? And Mark Tucker answers, yes, this is the #1 thing on my personal list. I don't even want to think about how many corpses with legendaries I have lost in high grass. We are investigating different designs to solve this problem, so I can't give you a release time frame, but it can't come soon enough for me.
It's still so weird that the game to them is like. I think we think that they can do anything they want with game code and it'll just work, or they can do something. Where when the developers want features that are just tough to implement, I feel like we forget that it's hard to make video games.
Yes, we absolutely do.
You know, we're the spoiled children at the dinner table. We want our food. And it's like, we're trying to make it. Soufflés are not simple.
The event at Fort Defiance is called Line in the Sand. Thank you, Archon.
I knew he was jealous.
I was just waiting for it. Yeah. So that is the end of the AMA compilation, the recap on this Inside the Vault. But there are more questions and answers that you can check out on the full Reddit thread. If you would like, you can give that a Google. Our next bit of news is this week's Inside the Vault, and this one, I got really excited about this one, Rick, because it had Modus in the picture.
Yeah.
And it was all done in like binary and like robot type speak, and that's what they've done in the past to talk about nuclear winter updates.
Yeah, the binary said April Fools, by the way.
It did! It said April Fools! Which was really disappointing to me, because I wanted it to be about nuclear winter, but it wasn't. But it was still good. It was still good news. For this weekend, they actually, as an April Fool's joke, dropped Holiday Scorched back. The Jingle Bell Scorched
Really?
are there. You can buy wrapping paper and craft Christmas gifts. And you can set up your Santatron to collect Christmas gifts for you. And the Atom Shop is full of Christmas things, including the antlers and the Santa suits and all that fun stuff. And in addition to all of those things, they've doubled the limits on script, caps, and bullion for this weekend. So that was a really fun April Fool's joke.
That's cool.
Yeah. That was so unexpected that they just dropped Santa Scorched. I loved that.
Yeah.
I thought it was clever.
Yeah, I converted the binary to decimal, and then I was like, you know what, screw it, because like in order to then you have to have an ASCII table to like figure out what the decimal value of the character is. So I said screw it, and I just plopped it into a converter.
Right. Yeah, it was in the comments almost right away after they posted the article. So Archon in chat says that his favorite event is riding shotgun. That's also a very good event. I enjoyed that one a lot. So there was no other news in this Inside the Vault, just the April Fool's joke. But we do have an Atomic Shop update. If you'd like to roll into that.
Yeah, I don't have any. I have no bumpers.
I'm sure I've hummed the wrong theme song, but that's fine. They brought back the Easter eggs, which is a good thing. If you're listening to the audio version of this, it's probably too late to get any Easter eggs.
Womp.
But those Deathclaw Easter eggs have been brought back, and instead of having to get them on a daily basis, they've given us a little window of a couple of days to claim those Easter eggs. And when you claim all 6 Easter eggs, you get the bunny helmet. So I'm very excited about that. I need to log in and collect that flowery Deathclaw egg. It's the last one I need. And then I will have my lovely bunny helmet, and that'll be delightful.
Now, is it the same ones as last time?
They're the same Easter eggs. So if you already managed to claim them all, then you're just out of luck.
Oh.
Yeah. There's nothing new for you if you've already claimed them
Oh,
all.
I'm out of shotgun ammo. No.
Uh-oh. I thought it was a never-ending shotgun.
Well, I mean, it doesn't mean you have unlimited ammo.
Well, that's
It's-
ridiculous.
No,
Right.
never ending means that you just don't have to ever reload.
That is ridiculous.
No, I mean, that's the point. Do I
I
manage?
know.
Yes,
I know.
I'm out of
I'll
shotgun.
give you that. There is also a free laughing emote that is available. They don't give an end date on this, so hopefully
nice.
that will be available for a long time. I need to log in and claim this stuff.
Do it now. No. Rose's
So-
Cantina.
They've brought some Raider stuff back to the Atom
There we
Shop.
go.
None of it's new, but because of Bethesda's obsession with false scarcity in the Atom Shop, you know, those ones and zeros don't replenish themselves. They're back if you missed them last time, so you can get the Wastelanders Raiders Persona Bundle, Marauder Power Armor Paint, Raider Pathfinder Outfit, a Raider Pillager Pack, a Raider Style Camp Deployable, a Raider Stash Box Skin, a Raider Conquest Loot Bag, a Minecar Planter, and a Raider Faction Flag. And that Persona bundle that we mentioned includes a Marauder Power Armor Skin, the Camp Deployable, the Planter, a Raider Stash Box, a Faction Flag, a Pathfinder Outfit, a Pillager Backpack, and a Loot Bag. So those are the options that you get when you choose that. Mr. Nailhead in chat says that a good April Fool's joke would have been putting the horse armor in the game. That would have been funny.
Putting the what?
The horse armor.
Oh, right.
That cracked me up when they did that with the Creation Club for Fallout 4, and it neighed when you got in it. It was so good.
That's right.
And the following items are available in the Atom Shop until April 13th. The Sports Week bundle, the Umpire of the Apocalypse outfit, the Grafton Monster mascot outfit, the Stanley hockey stick with trophies, which is a Grognak axe skin,
Nice.
a sports wallpaper set, a bowling ball loot bag. Ooh, I need to get that. It's like a cute, it looks like a purse a little bit. The wiffle ball bat skin, and the sports nostalgia photo mode frame.
Ooh. I have.
And
I have so many atoms at this point because I haven't been.
you haven't been logging on.
No.
You still have your Fallout First active?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, so you must have a ton of atoms. I bought the Super Mutant bundle with the Graham plushie and the Super Mutant outfit.
Nice.
Yeah, I was really excited about that. So I need to go in and build all that stuff. I haven't built it. We have some greatest hits items that have returned to the Atom Shop. Available until April 13th is the War Rider Power Armor. And available until April 6th, we have the Santa's Sleigh Power Armor Bundle, the Bucking Brahmin Bundle, the Santa outfit, the Mrs. Claus outfit, and the Elf outfit. And headed for the vault, these are the things that will be leaving the Atomic Shop soon. On April the 6th, Graham's Green Super Mutant Bundle, the Super Mutant outfit, the Copperhead paint, which is a plasma Gatling skin, the Super Mutant backpack, the Graham plushie, the Green Menace photo frame, and the Green Menace player icon. And there are a number of things on sale for April Fools. These are available until April the 6th. You can get 30% off the Holiday Emotes Angry variant, 30% off the Bone and Felt Antler headbands. I think I'm going to get the Antler headbands. I really like them. You can get 50% off the Winter Wonderland Power Armor paint set. I believe that's the set that jingles when you use it. 30% off the Winter Present backpack. 30% off the animatronic waving Santa, 30% off the winter brick fireplace, and 30% off the gingerbread couch, table, and chair. And if you are a Fallout First member, you can get the winter tent for free. So definitely grab that if you missed it. It's a really great tent all lit up with Christmas lights, and it's fabulous. And that is it for our news, our ballistic bargains, which leads us into gameplay. Rick, do you have any gameplay? Have you been playing any Fallout?
No, not really.
Me either.
I'm doing
Not
it
much.
I mean, I'm doing it right
Yeah.
now.
I've been logging on semi-regularly to do my Raider dailies. I just log on and I clear out my legendary weapon stash for script, and I run my Raider daily quests to work on my reputation for Raiders. I'm trying to get that achievement on PC. You drank the water instead of looting the body.
Yeah.
The eternal struggle. The eternal struggle. That's pretty much it. I have been playing some Skyrim, which, of course, this is a Fallout podcast, not an Elder Scrolls podcast, but I have been playing some Skyrim, and that's been a good time.
You know, I did start this character a little while back. Ooh, something's going on up here. Well, mines. That's what's going on up here. What is... Who are they?
Are they gunners?
I don't know, but they're dead now. So I started this character a while back, and I was like, you know, it'd be fun to play something. I don't want to do survival because I just don't have the time to not fast travel. And I always felt like survival was easier than very hard for some reason.
I agree with that, yeah.
So what I think because it's not survival, so you don't think about it being difficult, and then it's also difficult because it's very hard, and then you end up like undercompensating or something. Anyway, so I figured out, or I was looking around to like how to turn off elements of the HUD without modding, and the only thing that anyone ever came up with was just turning the opacity all the way down.
Yeah, that's what I always did for screenshots.
Yeah, so I was like, I'll play like that and turn the opacity all the way down. And I turned the game audio up so loud that it kind of hurt my ears when you fired a gun. Because I wanted a little bit of that, like, realism, like Metro kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that was fun for a while, because I took Corvega Factory like that, like no HUD. You know, I didn't see when I was sneaking, I couldn't see any health, blah, blah, blah. And I was missing some of the elements of, like, when I discovered a location, it would pop up. Because with the HUD turned off, you couldn't see the name of the location you discovered. You have to, like, go in your map. And I've ended up getting the, which one am I using? Not mods. Oh, where's it at? Is it in...
I believe it was there in mods.
No. I don't know. It's the mod controlling thing. It's like an in-game mod configuration menu.
Oh.
I could have swore it was in here.
That's probably going to be under mods, too.
Oh, I know why it's not in here. Because I have to... Okay. So, when you're using the Fallout script extender, the way that you have to use the script extender is to load it from the specific loader in the game file, and I loaded it from Steam, so that's why it's not there. But anyway.
Okay, I see.
But it still loads the mod. I just can't configure it easily without using holotapes. But I'm using like a HUD mod and the Fallout script extender, and then like something called, I think, the MCM, all controlled via Vortex from Nexus.
Okay.
So, and I turned off, let's see, the health, the compass. I turned off the sneak. The health will pop up. The health will pop up when it's below a certain point.
Yeah, it looks super different.
It's a lot of fun. Like this.
It's really interesting. It's an interesting way to play the game.
Yeah.
I'm surprised at how much it changes the tone. Just having all of that, all of those HUD pieces just removed from your field of vision. It's much more immersive.
It is. I do miss what was I gonna say? I don't remember what I was gonna say. Never mind.
Yeah.
Ignore me.
Shout out to Vosselsa in chat. Glad to see ya.
Hello. I am back to not knowing what perk to take. Oh, I'm gonna take gun nut too. All right.
It's a good choice.
Who's shooting me?
Ooh, somebody's shooting you in the back.
No, right there.
Excellent shot. Lovely.
So that's gone.
Yeah.
Cool.
At this point, I've totally abandoned doing the podcast, and I'm just watching you play Fallout. There's
okay.
not much left in our notes. I did have a small Fallout IRL segment.
Yeah. What do you got?
I am waiting for the link to redirect. Okay. So this was brought to my attention by a listener named Steven. And he sent this, it's a podcast, 99% Invisible. I think you've listened to this in the past.
Me?
Yeah, have you not?
Nope.
99% Invisible is a pretty cool podcast. You might like it. But this particular episode, they interviewed someone who wrote a book about doomsday bunkers. And I thought this would be highly of interest to our listeners, both the podcast and the book. The book is called Bunker, Building for the End Times, and the author is named Bradley Garrett. So definitely check that out. This is episode 430 of 99% Invisible, where this interview takes place. And they discuss some different reasons to be built underground. In Singapore, they are building skyscrapers underground because the country's run out of space on the surface. So they've taken to building underground. In Toronto, in Canada, there's a network of tunnels called the Path that connects the entire downtown so that people don't have to go outside in the wintertime. And of course, there is the Doomsday Bunker for those of us who live in suburban and rural areas, says the author, Bradley Garrett. It is highly likely that one of our neighbors has a bunker underneath their home that we don't even know about. Once you start looking, you see bunkers everywhere. And in this book, he describes some different ways that people have built underground survival shelters to keep themselves safe from plagues or floods or all kinds of things throughout history. And in modern history, there are tens of thousands of government and military bunkers, and potentially many, many more that are owned by private citizens. The first wave of bunkers was constructed during the Cold War, when governments around the world were anxious about the prospect of nuclear war. And some governments built this underground shelters on a massive scale. Switzerland passed a law making it mandatory for the government to provide bunkers for every Swiss citizen. In the United States, of course, we did not do that. They just built bunkers for the elite, for politicians and their families. This decision was made because of the cost. The government projected that it would cost the government's GDP for an entire year to build shelters for the entire U.S. population. So, yeah, politicians and aides got bunkers, and President John F. Kennedy made a speech warning Americans about the dangers of fallout and advocating for more bunker space as a defense against the Soviets. And this triggered what was called the Doom Boom. And an industry sprang up of private contractors who were excavating people's backyards to build them fallout shelters. So Garrett, the author, Bradley Garrett, says that today we are living through a second doom boom with people of all walks of life building bunkers in their space all over the world once more. And he also talks about the rise of prepping,
Yes.
the expanse of prepping out of the fringe aspects of society and into the more mainstream citizenry. So it's really interesting. I definitely added this book to my to-read list because I thought it sounded fascinating. I love the idea of bunkers, and I wish I had one. And I would just live in there all the time. Like, there would not need to be a disaster for me to go hide out in my bunker, I would stay in there and feel happy. I could read books in there. No one could bother me. It would be great.
Did you ever watch that movie with Brendan Fraser and Christopher Walken? Blast from the Past?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a great movie.
That was about doomsday bunkers.
It was, yeah. They went underground. They thought the end had come.
Yep.
But it had not.
No.
Yeah. Spoilers. For
It is a
movie.
very fun movie. It is a very good movie, though. With that grenade, yeet it.
What the hell was that?
But that's it for Fallout IRL.
Oh yeah,
Would you like to have a bunker of your very own, Rick?
absolutely. It would be super fun.
Nothing there now.
There was a time where I was quite paranoid, and
Only a
my
fucking
wife,
coward
my girlfriend at the time, she sent me a link to a house in New York that was for sale, and it had an airplane hangar, it had a runway, because it was built on top of an old Cold War missile silo.
sign of him now.
Wonderful.
The bar room
Huh?
was the old control room of the missile silo, so you could go down into the bunker area. They flooded the actual main silo and concreted it closed.
Disappointing.
Well, I mean, it's like a huge liability.
Yes.
I mean, I want to be able to launch missiles from my
And-
silo.
But you could still go into the control room area, and that was where the bar room was. And it was a pretty cool. It was a very cool house, like upstate New York. You know, in the woods and stuff. And I was like, that'd be awesome.
Okay, cut the shit.
At the time,
What
we
is
could
that?
not
Show
afford it because it was
yourself
like
something?
$250,000 or something.
Right.
And I wasn't even out of college yet. So, yeah, if I could have a bunker, it'd be sweet. I would name it Archie.
I'm hearing shit.
Oh, that would be wonderful. That would be the pun to end all puns.
Especially if the new kid it.
Really good.
Because let's face it, homemade bunkers, small bunkers, there's no way it's going to stand up against a bomb.
Yeah. I mean, but that wasn't a homemade bunker. That was
Well,
a military bunker.
No, it was a military bunker. Still.
Something that Arshan and I have discussed a couple of times is in Arizona where he lives, they have those old silos that are for sale that people are converting into living spaces. And we talk about building a vault sometimes. It's fun times. So
I could definitely live underground. I mean, there's pros and cons. Like, if you're looking at it from a tactical perspective, it's a great defensive position. It's also horrible because there's one way out.
yeah, you'd have to have a bolt hole somewhere.
Yes, you'd have to have an alternative exit, especially in case of fire. Technically, it couldn't burn down.
It could
'Cause-
burn up.
I guess so. I don't know how that would work.
It could burn. You could suffocate in there.
Yeah. So
You would have to have like redundant ventilation systems.
yeah.
Because if someone did want to attack you, all they would have to do is take out your ventilation.
Yeah. It'll be like Star Wars Episode 1.
Turn the ventilation tap.
Jerk. Anyway, so yeah, I would totally live underground. I mean, it'd be fun.
I've always wanted to live in a vault.
It would be fun for like 3 months, and then you'd be like, I'm kind of done.
Yeah.
kind of.
I'm sure I would miss the sun
I want a
eventually.
window.
The stars.
It's probably. Can I get down from here? Oh, I can. But yeah, I mean, would I build a bunker? Sure. Is it worth the money? Probably not. It's the same concept that I've always said. Like, when people insist that you need like an AR-15 with like a red dot and a scope and like a shotgun underneath and like a tack grip and all this stuff for like home defense. And I'm like, you do realize there's drones with Hellfire missiles that totally negate that entire system? And that's how I feel about, like, building a bunker in earnest and not out of fun. Like,
Yeah.
it's one Hellfire missile away from being rubble.
But the thing is, the bunker, if you're a private citizen with a bunker, you're not really worried about missiles as much as you are about your neighbors.
I guess so. I mean, I feel like if you were the kind of person to build a bunker in earnest, you're not living in a suburban area. So your neighbors are probably a couple miles away. If you know, that's how I would think. I mean, if I were a serious
that's
prepper,
fair.
if I were a serious prepper, I'd be going to Montana. Hi. You know what I mean? Ooh, I'm gonna die. Because I mean, think about it. Like, if your biggest, like, if the biggest problem is going to be humanity, you want to get away from humanity. And if you're a prepper, you're going to be prepping away from humanity. I mean, that's what I would do.
Right.
So, the bunker, you know, if everything goes, well, that's true. I guess the government wouldn't have drones if they're gone. But someone will. That's the thing.
Yes.
Someone will have them. Someone's hanging onto a predator drone.
Yeah, the point though of your underground bunker is concealment as much as it is protection.
True. So yeah,
So,
maybe there's
if
some
nobody
merit to it.
knows that I'm down there, then they're not coming for me.
Okay, touche. All right, so it's an anti-personnel thing.
And that's why I would use a bunker right now. Because
Stay away
if
from
I had
people.
my bunker, I could go down in there. Nobody would know I was there. You know, they couldn't come knock on the door. They couldn't stick their head in the window and try to talk to me. I could just be safe in my underground bunker and not have to speak to anyone.
Maybe, I don't know.
I don't know if you knew this, but I'm an introvert.
No, I think I've figured that one out. I guess my point is, I see a lot of this stuff done in earnest, and I think it's kind of silly.
Oh yeah, I understand. So that's it for things I had planned for the show.
Okay. I mean,
I don't know if you want to keep going or
not?
just hang out or.
I mean, why not, right?
Okay,
I got nothing else going on this Friday night.
lovely. Maybe you could cut off the audio part here. I don't
What?
know. Just keep going, I guess.
Why would I cut off the audio?
Well, because like the audio
Oh,
listeners.
you mean for the, yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because
yeah,
the
fine. Okay.
podcast part. Should I do the outro?
Sure.
Okay. Thank you for listening to this podcast. If you're still listening, God bless ya. This is that Fallout show. Will we be doing Survival Horror Sunday, Rick?
It's Easter.
Oh, we won't be doing Survival Horror Sunday because it's Easter. I forgot to make plans for Easter. Tweet at us at That Fallout Show, or We Just Love Games. Rick is at Rick McVick. I am at Shalene L. And Vendertron is at Vendertron N. We have Facebook at facebook.com/thatfalloutshow, facebook.com/group/thatfalloutshow. And the network can be found at facebook.com/We Just Love Games and facebook.com/group/We Just Love Games. Email us at info@wejustlovegames.com. And of course, like this video, subscribe to our YouTube channel, youtube.com/WeJustLoveGames. Subscribe to our Twitch, twitch.tv/WeJustLoveGames. Find the audio version on iTunes, Stitcher Radio, iHeartRadio, Spotify, wherever fine podcasts are given away.
Even terrible
And
ones.
and yeah, terrible ones as well. We record live every other Friday at 6:30 Mountain Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. On the alternating Fridays, we do a show called Game Stack, which is also really good, and we'd also love to see you there. So check out Game Stack and check out our Twitch channel for streams. And thank you so much for listening. Rick, do you have a last word? Whew. Okay. So that's the end of the audio show, and if you're still here for audio show, you can catch the rest of the stream on either the Twitch or the YouTube because we're gonna hang out for a little while longer.
Yeah. Pretty much. Clear out
Okay,
this
that was
building.
fun. That was really fun.
Yeah.
I enjoyed doing that.
Secretary's terminal. What do we got here? Reminder ID cards. I don't care about any.
Moxie asks if we did survival horror last week. No, we did not. We were busy, so we didn't get it done last week. But we need to go back and finish the medium.
Yeah, Yes, because I just want to be done with it.
Yes. Sullivan7 says, "Off the rails we go." And Tuck Tuck responds, "Off the rails is the norm around here."
Yes.
And Archon says, "One zombie is enough for Easter."
What? Oh.
Yeah.
I've been so far out of the loop, my buddy's like, "You know what today is, right?" And I'm like, "It's Friday?" And he's like, "Good Friday?" And I'm like, "All right."
What's so good about it?
I don't know. Apparently they killed someone a long time ago, and that's a good thing.
It's
There it is.
most people get to close for Good Friday around here, but
Oh, really?
yeah, we didn't get to.
I've never been in a business where we closed for Good Friday. Ever.
Really?
Yeah. Yep, never. I never took off for it either. I don't know. It just.
Yeah, it's not really a big part of Easter observances for myself or my family. So.
I always argued what was particularly good about it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you adhere to the if you adhere to the doctrine, then it was kind of a terrible day for a certain lad.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so it's Easter weekend. I hope everyone, if they do anything, stays healthy and safe. So remember, social distance, wear a mask, yada yada.
Archon says every Friday is good.
Pick this.
And
Oh,
Makeshift Hero says there's a lot of chest pain in the ER tonight. Not too good of a Friday so far.
Yeah.
I'm very sorry to hear that, Makeshift Hero. I hope you start feeling better. Take care of yourself.
Yeah. Are you sure he's not working in the ER?
Oh, maybe he's working in the ER. If you're working in the ER, then I'm sorry you're dealing with that, and take care of all those other people. He works in the ER, or
That's what I
she.
thought.
We don't know if it's a he or a she.
It. I prefer
But
it.
Makeshift Hero, we appreciate you. Good job saving lives. We appreciate you. He's a dude. Okay.
I don't know why I liked that. I think it was like the disdain
Well,
of
I
like,
mean,
oh,
it was
he's a dude.
incredibly awkward.
Really?
I made it real awkward. So,
I'm just gonna call everybody bruh. Like the
Bruh.
90s, brah.
yeah.
Hey, brah.
I think bra is gender neutral.
Brah. Well, it's a made-up word. I mean, it's
I also kind of feel like dude is gender neutral too. I call everybody dude. Some people disagree.
dude is gender neutral, in my opinion.
I feel like it is.
If it's considered not, we're gonna take it back and make it gender neutral. Grenades. Because dude is easy and simple.
About 10 years ago, somebody went after my job because I called him dude.
What was
Yeah,
it? The
he
mayor?
He went full Karen. No, I didn't work for the city
Oh.
then. So
I would have giggled if it was
it was when I worked in the post office. Well, I still work in the post
like
office.
Donald
but
Trump. You're like, "What's up, dude?"
I worked there a lot more often in the post office at that time.
Ah.
And this customer came in at the lunch break with like 30 packages, which was like an hour worth of work, and because he didn't even have them sealed or anything. And we were caring for my grandmother, and I only had like a 20-minute lunch break during which to run home, make lunch for grandma, and get back to work. And you know, my grandma, she was already having some dementia issues pretty severely. I was afraid if I didn't get back there and get her lunch right away that she was going to decide she needed to come out and look for it and
Yeah.
possibly get lost. And I was trying to explain this to this guy, and he did not care. And he was really rude about it. I was like, just give me 5 minutes to run back and make a sandwich for my grandma. You know, it is my lunch break. We're supposed to be closed. And he was very rude about it and gave me a speech about how I was being paid, etc., etc. And he was the customer, etc., etc. And so I was waiting on him. I was getting his packages weighed out and helping him seal them and all this stuff. And he was kind of waffling around and he wouldn't hand me the packages, and I was like, dude, just I'll get them. Let me handle them. Like I'll take care of it. I'm a professional. And he was furious that I called him dude.
Because it was unprofessional, or what?
Yeah, I guess so. He called the district to report me.
What
So
did the district do? They're just like,
apparently nothing, because I still work for the post office. I was never censured for calling this man dude.
What if they were like, look, dude,
Yes. But and the funny thing is, like, that person, like, it's a small town.
Yeah.
That person knows me. He knows my grandmother. Like, he knew what we were
Yeah.
dealing with, and that you know, we were caretakers for my grandma, and my poor little grandma in her mid to late 80s was at home waiting for lunch, and he wouldn't let me go on the lunch break that we had already started 10 minutes ago
he sounds like a dingus.
to make my grandma a sandwich. You know, just let me make my grandma a sandwich.
Sounds like a dingus.
I was I did not like that man.
You know,
But-
I have to admit, I saw a Karen today, and I also failed as a good human being. We were sitting in the car eating some food, me and my wife and daughter, and we were towards the back end of a food market parking lot, and there was this lady loading groceries into her truck via a shopping cart. 'Cause it was like eating there, and then I noticed that she had gotten into her truck and left the shopping cart at the very far, like next to her truck, which is the very far end of this parking lot. And I was like, ugh, like she's gonna drive away and leave this back here for some, you know, cart dude to come
Right.
get. She's not gonna wheel it up and put it away herself. And I thought, like, I should get out and stare at her the entire way I go get the cart and then wheel it back to like the cart repository thing, and I didn't do it. I should have done it. But
Just
that
give
was-
her the death glare.
Yeah, I don't know why I didn't do it. I guess I was being lazy. I don't know. I'm fairly non-confrontational for as much as I ramble. So I don't know. But yeah. So yeah. Where am I? What's this building? Is this where Strong is?
Yeah, I think so. Where you rescue the guy. What's the guy's name?
I don't know. He's the DJ though, right? I think he's the DJ.
He's the actor.
Yeah. The voice actor. Because he goes to the
Dartmouth Professional Building. I'm not sure if this is it, but
I'm pretty certain.
it
is.
looks like it.
Let's go ahead. Let's go see what this is.
Makeshift Hero says Rex. Yeah, I think the name is Rex. Rex something. It's been a while
Oh,
since
this
I played
isn't it.
Fallout 4. Yeah, this is definitely not it. The other one is it's like open to the outside, I feel like.
Yeah, it is. Because you take that,
Archon says this is it, and Archon knows everything, so.
I don't know. You sure? You sure?
No.
I'm not sure either. I'm gonna go back out and take a look at it. I can't believe. Huh. I'm really excited that I sold some stuff online.
That's good. Congratulations.
Well, after that business basically stole money from me for a while.
Yes.
Um,
Did you get it back?
I did get it back, most of it. It was really funny because I'll give the listeners a little backstory. So I deal in audio equipment, and one of the businesses, I guess you could call it, that I'm opening up is a record label. And part of what is going to make this label special is a portable recording situation. And so I do a lot of vintage recording and whatnot. And I hit up a company to refurbish a 1950s tape machine for me. And I paid them, and this was in August of 2020. You know, the most chipper year ever.
Mm-hmm.
And I paid them $1,500 for a rush job that it would be done in about 2 weeks. So this was in August. Come November, we set up the first time to go pick the tape machine up. And it was about an 8-hour drive away. And it's already been like 3 months for the 2-week rush job. And he's like, oh, it's not, there's an issue with like something in the circuitry, which is understandable. It's old, you know. So I was like, okay, that's fine.
Okay.
And it sucked because we had like, it was the day before we were about to leave. We had already like made plans to take our daughter somewhere. So we had this like 8-hour drive, and it was just, you know, it's this whole thing. So it was a little annoying that he did it like a day before and whatnot. And so anyway, cut to February of 2021, and we're like, all right, now we're going to do this again. And he's like, awesome. You know, we set up a date, all that stuff, blah, blah, blah. The day before, I get a text message, hey, I have a big session coming in, because he's got a recording studio too. And he's like, I got a big session coming in. Can we delay this at all if possible? Because I really want to focus everything, blah, blah, blah. And I said, no. It's been like 5 or 6 months at this point. And he's like, all right, well, you know, instead of spending the day together talking about it, you're just going to do a quick pickup. And I said, that's fine, as long as I get this stupid machine. And then a snowstorm hit, and we couldn't go anywhere anyway. It's like, all right. Then March came around, and he's like, hey, I'm coming to New York in March, the 16th. I'll drop it off on my way up, because I'm only going to be 40 minutes north of you. I was like, perfect. That'll be perfect. And then it turned into, I'll have to do it on my way down, which is like the 20-something that he was going to be on the way down. I was like, all right, that's fine too. We'll just do that. So I don't hear anything from him the entire week, and the day before I'm supposed to meet him, I get this really like long and rambling text message about like, hey, I'm already on the road to St. Louis. I got an emergency session. You know, you'll understand because, you know, got to keep food on the table, and, you know, something about like, what's your Venmo or Zillow or whatever, and I'll, you know, give you some money or something like that. I don't know. It was just like this really strange,
That is super shady.
completely bullcrap message. And I said, how about you just give me my money back, because I've paid you in August of 2020. Oh, and then the first time he canceled, it was September. It was September the first time we were going to go down, I think. September 18th. Because I said, you know, I paid you at the beginning of August, and you said this was going to be done in a couple days. You're like, and he responded with, no, I said it was going to be done in 30 to 40 days, and you only paid me 18 days ago. And I was like, you paid me August 1st. And he goes, yeah, that was 18 days ago. I said, it's September 18th. It's like it wasn't. So I think the dude has some substance issues.
Criminal activities?
I think it was substance issues.
Mm-hmm.
And so I was like, look, he sent me an amplifier as like a peace offering some point through this whole situation. And it cost me about $300 to get it all fixed up. But I needed it. It was something I was looking for anyway.
Okay.
And so I told him, I was like, look, just send me $1,300 back, less $200 for the amplifier. We'll call it even and just be done with this. And he said, that's fine. And he's like, I was like, PayPal will work. And he goes, I don't have a PayPal. I'm going to have my friend do it for you. So I was like, oh, okay. So I'm about to get into the shower, and I hear my phone go bloop, and I look, and I get $130 from his friend. It's like
Wow.
so close, so close. And then
$130.
yeah.
Huh?
So I text him with a picture, and he goes, "Sorry, it was a mistake," and then sent me the rest of it. So I did get most of the money back after this dumb runaround situation, and then. So it still left me in this position, like, dang it, like, I still need a tape machine. Ooh, I stole something, and I did not mean to.
You did, you thief.
I was like, I still need this. What is
Best rap
this?
in the Commonwealth, right here.
Best what?
Grub.
A few minutes to
Oh.
browse.
Oh, what do we got? I'll sell some stuff.
Eleanor. I don't remember Eleanor.
I don't either. I'm going to sell some stuff to her. I was like, man, it still leaves me in this position of needing a tape machine. And what am I going to do? Because, you know, I cut vinyl, and part of this is like I need a tape machine to kind of complete the whole situation that I have.
Right.
And it needs to be portable and whatnot. And so I contact someone I really trust in the cutting industry, and he's like, contact this other dude, and he'll hook you up with this brand of tape machine that you're looking for. So is that all right? Cool. So I contact this dude, and I said, you know, I was gonna get an Ampex 351 from this guy. I'm looking for that same machine. He goes, oh, I have plenty of those available. I can restore one for you. And I was like, well, what's the price? And in my head, I'm thinking like somewhere around $1,500. I know this guy's on the higher end of things, so I'm gonna assume like $2,000 or something.
Right.
He goes, oh, $5,000. I was like, do what?
Oh.
And he goes, yeah. And I started researching the going rate of these particular machines, and they are easily $5,000 to $6,000 in working condition.
Oh man.
And I told him this like quick story of like, this guy was going to send me one for $1,500. He's like, that should have been a red flag number one.
Yeah,
like,
you
I
didn't
guess
know.
So I don't know what this dude's angle was to like only charge me $1,500 for something that was fairly worth 3 or 4 times that. So that's why I think like drugs were involved, because
That is wild. He hosed you, man. He thought he was gonna.
yeah, for 7 months it was this runaround thing. I also
He
think
thought you'd give up.
maybe. I also think that since it would be kind of doing the same style of recording, like old school. Maybe he felt that it was like threatening.
You'd be competition.
I
for
guess
him?
so. So I don't really know what the whole deal was, but it ended up I found a tape machine that I'm going to purchase, and it's a little more expensive than I was expecting. It's not the $5,000, but I'm selling off like stuff to like afford it. So
Right. Yeah, you've
Yeah.
always done like audio equipment trading.
yes, always have. But I'm running out of stuff to trade with. So I sold off I'm selling one of my old vintage mics, and I don't want to, but I need to. So. Ooh. Woo. But that was the last 7 months, and also this was on the tail end of. I had a really nice recording space situation going on. So typically in a recording situation, you rent or own your studio space, and your clients that you have pay for recording kind of pay for the space. I got hooked up with a really, really cool recording space where there was like a stage, there was a red velvet curtain, there was a chandelier.
Fun.
Oh, it was gorgeous. It was in a old bowling alley converted to a venue, like a duck pin bowling alley. And so it was really long, and it sounded really good. The wood, it was all wood. It was built in like the 30s or something. It was old. And, I had been there before COVID that I was starting to set up this place where you could come record to old school tape machines, and you could record direct to vinyl disc. I mean, it was a whole thing I was going to got to
Yeah,
four.
that's fabulous.
And I spent the good part of a year trying to get like the vinyl lathe up and running, and then I started getting clients in, like tester clients, during COVID, and I had finally gotten like the lathe working, I think, after a year or so, which was a whole journey in itself. And then I was recording a psychobilly band, like they very much reminded me of the Cramps. And we had just done the surf rock number, and I looked over at my tape machines, and they were not running. I was like, what just happened? And my main tape machine decided to die during that session. And so I had already been doing it for like a year and a half, trying to get all this crap running and spending all this money and selling off most of my collection to fund this stupid project. And everything kept breaking. I eventually moved my lathe back to my house to work on it, and then I lost the recording space. And so, like, in the middle of all this I was having like a mental breakdown because of trying to open this business and, you know, it falling apart every time I spent more money on it. And then the 7-month ordeal of this tape machine was just like,
Right.
oh my gosh, it was so horrible. So it was at the worst possible timing that this guy could try to take advantage of me, you know?
What a disaster.
It was so bad. It was so bad. So it's all starting to come together though. The lathe is all working. I did a bunch of fun test cuts for some cool bands, and they all really liked it, and it sounded halfway decent, and so yeah, it's all starting to come together.
That's wonderful. I love it when a
Yes.
plan comes together.
Me too. So, if anyone, you don't have a record player, do you, Shani?
No.
Tisk tisk.
I mean, are you really surprised that I don't have a
No.
record player?
No, because you would probably have a Crosley if you did, and then I would.
What's a Crosley?
It's like a Target sells these like little suitcase record players called a Crosley, and they're like $100, and that's
Okay.
kind of what everyone's like first vinyl player is. But the problem is they tend to eat vinyl pretty bad. They're
Hey,
pretty
you want to know
destructive.
something, Rick?
What?
I was in Walmart the other day, and I saw these little record players that were like in a little suitcase, and I thought I should get a record player so I can identify with
Got it.
Rick.
They would completely destroy your vinyl.
Okay, glad I didn't do that.
Yeah, if anybody's watching is interested in getting a first-time record player, U-Turn Audio makes brand new tables for like 150, and they're great. So
Yeah. I mean, it's important to have one that doesn't destroy your stuff.
it is, especially like somebody had. Did you ever hear of a band called Sigaros?
No.
Okay, so Sigaros is like an Icelandic band. They were really popular in like the early 2000s. They made up their language. They made up their lyrics, like the way that they just kind of formed fake words, kind of. Very good music. Very interesting band. Anyway, somebody bought like a very limited edition, like Sigaros pressing, and they posted a picture of them playing it on a Crosley, and I'm like, don't do that. Play it seldomly, because it's cutting grooves pretty bad.
Mm-hmm.
So, anyway. Let's go pick this quest up to get strong. I think we can do it
Sure.
from here, right?
Trouble. Didn't you hear him on the radio?
For the 10th time. Yes. What do you want me to do about it? Those super mutants would kill me in
I'm
seconds.
Anne Harvey.
Rex.
Hey,
George Cooper.
George Cooper.
Damn glad to meet you.
All that acoustic foam.
RVR.
It's cool. I like how they have it like turned too, like to make it look like.
Rex sounds
great.
like he's gotten himself into trouble.
All right, so investigate the radio. Where's it at?
Archon wants to know what's the failure point on the Crosley.
What do you mean the failure point?
I don't know.
Oh, like what?
Oh yeah.
What exactly is
Quite
the
a pickle.
was?
Is that some
Why does it
kind of
destroy the
fun about
vinyl?
super mutant?
Probably.
The stylus that they use is
I'm being held prisoner on the top of Trinity Tower.
Is the stylus the same thing as the needle?
Yes, yeah. The needle is the way that it's shaped is, and the way that it's cut
Hi.
on
That
newer,
guy
Sounds like he's
on
gotten
newer,
himself into trouble.
on newer records. It's too wide for the groove, and it will eventually widen out the groove of a newer record. They're very good if you have like used vinyl that's been played pretty heavily, and you know, like old stuff. It's definitely good for that.
Yeah.
I need to go over here. So like if you have a bunch, oh right, you can't fast travel from buildings. I forgot about that.
We put on.
Yeah, it was. I had played 76 for probably a year before I learned that you could fast travel from inside buildings.
You played Sea of Thieves for probably a
Shut
while.
up. We're not talking about Sea of Thieves.
We beat Destiny 2 before you realized that.
Shut up! We're not talking about Destiny 2. I also
Nice.
got all the way to the end of Helheim before I realized that you could allocate points in God of War.
Man, that was a great game. Such a great game.
It was.
Yeah.
It's one of those games that, like, every time I hear about it, every time I hear someone talking about it, I just want to play it again.
And then you start and you stop. I'm carrying too much. I need to take a drink of whiskey. Wait, what? I'm just gonna drop something. Screw it. There we go. And I'm gonna go back and drop off this junk.
You're still living at Sanctuary?
Yeah, I didn't.
I like building homes there.
Yeah, I didn't really build anything just yet. The building is so weird in this one now. It's
Is
so
it?
different. Yeah, it's almost like more difficult. It's strange. The roofs don't snap like the way that you think they should. So in some regard, Fallout 76's building is a little better, and in some instances it's not. Like it took me forever to
That's-
build this dumb little thing here.
The building is definitely something they've worked on a lot in 76. It's something that's gotten lots of attention.
Yeah. Oh, that was it. You can't attach. At least I couldn't. So I wanted to make like an A-frame look to this thing. So this, and then let me see. Put a roof here. Wood roofs. Is it wood roof? No, it's metal roof. Nope, not metal. Warehouse or barn? I think it's
This menu is so bad.
like it will not snap to that edge. You can't.
Yeah,
double
you
layer.
have to line it up.
Nope, you can't. Like it will not snap to
Ooh.
that. So I guess you have to add a roof portion to that. It was just a pain in the butt, and I didn't feel like dealing with it. But that's what I mean. Like it's just some weird. Like it's yeah. Like that works, but adding
Yeah.
another. Adding another.
See you later, makeshift hero. We're glad you could join us.
Yeah. But yeah, there's some. I mean, like the game looks better than 76.
It really does. Yeah, it really does.
Like the weather systems. I mean, the textures are great. And that's why I was saying that going back into Fallout 4, you're like, man, it's not like. I mean, when we first got 76, it was like, man, they just reskinned Fallout 4. No, they didn't. I mean, they may have, but they lowered the resolution or the
Yeah,
textures.
It's really interesting the sacrifices that have to be made to make it an online game.
Yeah, and I'm glad 76 is not a main like core Fallout game. I like that they're making another, at some point, main Fallout game. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I would be quite disappointed if Fallout 76 was it. At least it's something while we wait 20, 30 years for another Fallout. There it is. There's the building we need. Trinity Tower. That's right.
So Tuk Tuk made me feel a little better in chat. He says his wife and he got all the way through Borderlands 1 before they realized they could res each other.
Wow, that's a core mechanic of the game.
That makes me feel a little better about myself. Thank you, Tuk Tuk.
That is amazing.
What was that?
What else are these guys?
Super mutants are so scary in this game.
Really?
Yeah, I think they are. Especially when you're at a lower level. They're so big. Like, look, these dudes are huge.
CUNY.
They can mess you up.
How much ammo do I have for this gun? 312. Yeah, it's enough. Okay.
Imagine one of those dudes coming at you with a board.
Yeah, I mean, IRL, that'd be pretty. Giant green dude coming at you. Pretty terrifying. Jeez.
I'm still disappointed to this day that they didn't make a quest, a companion quest for Strong where you find the milk of human kindness.
I agree. I remember looking for that for so long. What the?
Remember when you got the pie on your first time?
And we were like, oh, it's super easy.
We're
Stupid
like,
easy to
hey,
get the
cool,
pie.
these machines give you pie.
Boy, were we wrong. Let's see here. Auto cap, frag, grenade.
I'm glad we took the Let's Play route today.
Oh yeah,
This was very enjoyable.
I'm gonna go ahead and get strong. I'm gonna rescue a fellow broadcaster is what we're gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
Take a bobby pin. I don't think I actually grabbed the bobby pin. Sugar bombs. I think you go. Ooh. I think you. Is this the one where you can sell the sugar bombs?
No, that was Fallout 3.
Oh, right.
Like, of course you can sell them, but
Well, yeah.
they're not a special item to sell.
Gotcha. That was okay. That was 3.
Yeah, in Fallout 3 you can sell them to the ghoul in the subway that makes Ultra Jet.
Yeah, that's right. And there's like 11.
Where'd you go? Huh? Gotta find you.
Gives you XP and caps.
Be a good fight.
Yeah, but I mean, there's like a limited number of sugar bombs in Fallout 3. It's like 11 or something. It's not that many. I can't remember exactly how many it is. You getting
No,
sleepy?
I think there's more than that.
All right. How do I get to the top? Oh, over here.
Tuk Tuk says he was still a noob to games like that, and he was just excited his wife would play an FPS. Mr. Nailhead says it took him more than a year to get a piece of pie.
I hear something. Gotcha.
And Archon says he's watching many a True Nerds You Only Live Once playthrough.
Oh yeah, I
That
remember
guy's
that.
crazy, man.
Yeah. He's got a bit of a following, I think.
He does. We had invited him on the show that shall not be named, but we couldn't make the timelines work out.
Oh yeah.
He was a really nice guy.
I forgot we did that, or at least tried to. Isn't Miniature Nerd? Didn't he do like there's like a crazy New Vegas mod, and it like almost like a wild roulette kind of thing?
I have no idea.
I thought that some streamer was doing like a New Vegas roulette situation where there was like it was like a crazy wacky mod, and it did crazy things in the game, and it was like it would just randomize the mod every once in a while.
I don't remember that.
It wasn't too long ago.
But this guy does the playthroughs where he'll only use one health bar.
Yeah.
Someone there.
And do well at it too.
Mm-hmm.
I would not do well.
I could never.
I'm too impatient.
I would flip a table in rage. Marigrin in chat says it was Minnie, a true nerd, who did the randomizer.
That's
so.
what I thought. Yeah, there's a few people checking that out. Leveled up. Alright, let's go ahead and level up in the middle of this firefight here.
Makes sense.
Can't pick
Like
that
you do.
one. Sneak. I need more sneaky sneaks. Ow, ow, ow. See, that's why I need more sneaky sneaks.
Mm-hmm. You have a lot of grenades.
I do.
Just throwing those things.
Like candy at a parade. I shot the railing. Dead. Isn't there like a boss in this place?
I think so. Scream for your worthless life, he said.
Why would he say that?
Because he's rude.
Done nothing to him except for kill all of his friends.
And invade his base. And also he wants to eat you.
I mean, to be fair, they were gonna kill me.
They're just hungry, Rick.
I'll fall down there.
They've asked you over for dinner.
It's like a cannibal. Would you like to? It's like what's it? Not Arden. Avondale, the place where.
Andale.
Andale. It was close. That's right. The boss is upstairs.
Strange meat pies.
You move too much.
Is that? Did you always kill them?
At one point, I made friends with them because I remembered the lady giving me strange meat pies. I would go visit, and she would give me strange meat pies.
Yeah, that guy. Ding.
I really thought that grenade was coming back down at you.
I don't think the physics are that good.
Mr. Nailhead says super mutants just want to serve mankind on a platter.
Sweet. Okay.
I thought that was really funny.
That's good. Good. I think I get some armor here. Apparel. What's my metal? Was it right leg? What is my right leg right now? Oh, yeah. Let's put that on there.
Boiled leather.
Yeah, drop that.
Oh, beneficent! Please come back! Don't leave me here!
I'm not gonna leave
Follow
you.
Strong. He knows the best way down off of this
Hi,
cursed
Strong.
tower.
Strong to lift. Go fast, humans. Go away, bleeder.
Alright.
I hear something. Careful, human. Run!
Ooh, I forgot there was an attack after you saved them.
Oh, that's strong.
Let's go close!
Should put down. Yeah, me too, or I would have put down mines.
Smashing!
I hope. Okay. I was gonna say, I hope that was strong.
Yeah, I thought you were shooting the wrong one there for a minute.
Where's Rex? Get on the
There he
thing.
is. Alright, hit the button.
This part, if you remember in the trailer, they showed that you can shoot off pieces of walls. And I was like, oh my goodness, see? I was like, yeah.
Yes!
I was like, destructive stuff, and like this is the only place that really does it.
It is, yeah.
Our spirits fly.
Archon asks, isn't there a bobblehead there?
Yeah, I
I
thought I
think
heard
there
it.
was. And Tuck Tuck asks if anybody has tried the new Monster Hunter. I have not.
Game?
Yes.
Hell is empty and all
I really like palicos.
we embrace these.
They're adorable.
Wise men say it is
They're in the Monster Hunter games. They're like little anthropomorphic cat friends.
Oh, right.
stopping.
Yeah.
Why is it stopping? We're all going to die, aren't we?
So
know
I
what-
think I may need to try the new Monster Hunter game.
You know what?
Someone there?
Sarah's been playing Genshin.
Oh yeah, I've heard good things about that. A lot of people in Tim's Discord server play that.
Yeah, like it's even my kids playing it.
What do you think of it?
It's Breath of the Wild, but with anime. Pretty much.
Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty much a clone of Breath of the Wild.
But I love Breath of the Wild.
Rex.
Is he gonna follow me? Oh crud!
Is he bugged?
I think so. Because we're supposed
Maybe
to come.
he's just mad at you.
We're supposed to come down here and get into this one. You know what? Screw Rex, man. You and me strong. Together. Oh, he just appeared.
Gonna splatter your
But yeah,
Yeah, that makes me want to check it out if it's similar to Breath of the Wild.
yeah. The free stuff that you can, the free stuff that you get with it is pretty cool. It definitely is a lot for a free game. But who's shooting at me over here? Oh, there we go. Oh, am I out of grenades? I'm out of grenade sling.
Darn it.
Let's do minigun. I don't know how to use this.
Minigun sounds like a good time.
There we go. Ooh, no, I don't want to shoot you. Could you imagine like having like 3,000 minigun rounds and a never-ending one? Bird.
Wow.
Minigun go bird.
But it would overheat, wouldn't it?
No, I don't think these overheat. I think the barrels just
Wow.
get red and that's it. We need to go down.
That would be a death machine for sure.
Great. Put on a
tricks on me again.
put on a cheat for unlimited ammo. It'd be fun to do for like a 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm. Most cheats are that way. They're fun immediately and then not fun anymore.
Like big head mode on GoldenEye. I think there's still a super down here.
Starting to get a little sleepy.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna be done after this mission. I thought there was a super mutant down here still.
Maybe we're just hearing strong.
Maybe. All right,
Rex.
there we go.
Many thanks for that timely rescue.
Many thanks.
You're welcome.
As gracious as you are brave. Yes, well, in any event, I'm quite grateful. I'd like you to have this. Now, if you'll excuse me, I think it's time I left this awful place. I'm returning to WRVR and resuming my career in radio.
Go find milk of human kindness with Strong.
Yes, I'll honor my promise.
Good. Strong travel with human. Human helps Strong find milk of human kindness.
Yeah, it's.
Strong learns.
I am never going to stop being disappointed that that wasn't
Yeah,
a
I
quest.
know.
Hey,
Put some armor
There
on
should
her.
have been a Kim that you could call the milk of human kindness.
that was it. Hey,
Trade. All right. I've never put stuff on him.
Yeah.
So
I
let's-
got him the aviator hat. That was the best.
Oh, he's already got super mutant leg guards on. Shoulder rags. Does the heavy armor replace the shoulder rags? It does. That's dumb. And the cow armor. What's that one? Oh, that's kind of beefy looking.
Yes, human.
Yeah. I don't have the helmet.
It's a good
anymore.
look.
Yeah, there we go. Cool. All right. Well, thank you guys for joining us this evening for a little bit more of an extra stream there. And we'll see you on Friday. I believe next Friday. So
Game
have-
stack.
Yeah, game stack. Have a great Easter weekend. And stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. And we'll see you soon. Bye.
Love you. Bye.